Hey guys!
Hello!
Welcome back to our first Budget With Us video of September.
It is September now.
I can't even believe it. Okay, so first things we're gonna do, it's one of these days. We've had a morning. No.
You know what kind of day it is this morning? We have 2 hooks by our doors with keys on them. I went to reach my keys on the hooks and somehow knocked both of them off. How do you even do that?
So we're gonna save 10% of our budget here.
Wow, that's like exactly 10%.
Yes.
Look at us being mathy.
Committed. And then I'm gonna cover our overspending. To be budgeted. There we go. So if you watched our last video, all of September is paid for except for our debt snowball. So we're gonna do that.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Get some. Look at all that green.
Yay.
And if we weren't living in a corona world, that green could be cash.
All right. So the rest of this money can be budgeted towards October now, but we're gonna go through the list still and kind of see how we feel about like our sinking funds and whatnot. So for groceries, we're on September 3rd today, so the 3rd, and we've spent $140. Do you think $350 is enough for the rest of the month?
Oh yeah.
Are you sure? Okay. Dining out, we only have $66 left. I can almost guarantee you we're going to need more money.
Let's try and not do it with more money.
Okay. Any money for date night?
Obviously.
How much?
I don't know, like, what do you think, $50?
I think 50 is probably.
That's like an okay amount to go and like, somewhere and do stuff. Rent a movie and skip the dishes.
With Cody home, it's kind of nice to, date each other again.
Yeah.
Do you want to add anything in for your birthday?
Yeah, the rest of it.
Very funny. We'll leave it as is for now. Nice try.
Apparently putting $2,500 a month away for 3 months towards a birthday is irresponsible.
Do you want to add anything in for household or toiletries?
Yes.
How much? We currently have $60 and $25-ish in there.
Let's do 25 to each.
And then do you want to add in for clothing?
Did we already do our
$40?
money for the month into clothing?
Yeah, all of this has been funded already. I'm just going through and seeing if you want to add extra to anything.
Okay. Nah.
Okay. And then currently...
Haircuts. Add to haircuts because, like, it's getting shaggy over here.
Haircuts has $60 in it.
Yeah, it's at least 70 to go to Tommy Guns.
Wish list. So the laundry hamper, I budgeted 40, but you figure we're just going to go to the dollar store for that, hey?
Yeah.
So like $10.
Probably.
We'll say. And that can come up here. The toilet bowl brush that we need to replace, that'll come out of household.
Okay.
Or toiletries, one of the two. So can I fund the laundry hamper for $10?
Yes.
Cool. Can I add $20 to new phones to bring it to $600?
Okay.
Okay. Coffee maker. I'm still on the fence as to whether or not I even want a coffee maker. How are you feeling about that?
I mean, I think I'd be down to try like pour over or something like that, but like...
Not a right now thing though.
Yeah, we're doing the French press thing, and this one hasn't broken yet, so I think we're doing pretty okay.
Okay, and you said you wanted to add some stuff to the wish list. What do you want to add?
I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah.
But babe.
I just had so many good ideas, and
Do you want to come back to it?
Yes.
Okay. Cody's going to think about that. Okay, so our first priority for next month will be rent. The gym, we probably have whatever. It's $10. I'll put $10 in. See, the thing is, we don't know when Cody's going back to work.
I don't have any firm dates yet. I know that there is work coming, and the company I work for has a really hard time getting bodies onto site because unfortunately the nature of our job sucks and there's a high turnover rate. So I'm really confident that I'm going back to work, but also I don't have anything definite, and it's better safe than sorry.
Okay, so I've budgeted for the rent and for gym. And
probably
then
do tenants insurance too.
Well,
that's
okay.
Pretty early in the month.
It is. So here's my thoughts. So I've budgeted half for groceries and half for gas. Now we do have this emergency fund down here where we have, cell phones, auto insurance, internet, power. We don't have to worry about because we got our deposit
Are the green
back.
ones fully funded for the 3 months?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so if you look here, you'll see auto insurance, we need $442 for 3 months.
Gotcha.
We have $250.
Gotcha.
For cell phones, $100. So this is 1 month of each.
Okay.
We have 1 month of each available right now. So, I mean, we could...
It's not like there's no money if we needed it, kind of deal.
Exactly. So what we could do is we could budget for, you know, like I said, rent was important. I budgeted half of our month of food and gas. And then we could like take this and put it towards either like our OPD or our car payment, and then use our emergency fund, or we could just like fund, like you said, whatever is coming out the first part of the month.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd actually probably rather do that than touch the emergency fund. I don't want to have to use it if we don't have to.
This thing, we're starting to get to that point in our savings, because I had a really good savings account once when I was younger, after I got like my first real job that was consistent. And the first $5,000 was hell to save. It was like pulling teeth every time I put money in savings instead of spending it. And then right around that $5,000 mark was when it was like pulling teeth to spend money instead of saving it. And we're just starting to hit that threshold now where it's like a soul deep philosophical dilemma as to what we're going to do with our money and whether we're going to pull it out of emergency fund or not. So This is a fun transition.
So the fun thing right now is that our power, we actually don't really technically need to budget for right now.
Mm-hmm.
We got back our $300 deposit that we paid when we moved into the apartment a little over a year ago. So we have like a credit on our account that will float us for a few months.
Basically the rest of the year, I think.
So actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll even take that out of here. And I'm going to delete this goal for now, just so that it's not showing up as what we have to budget for. And then we have enough for September, October, and probably November. And then I think maybe in December we'll have to start budgeting again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put it in there. And then it should... Yeah, okay, so then it doesn't show up for these months. Why is our bank fee showing is under... Oh, because we didn't budget for October. I don't need to worry about that yet. Okay, so we have half of our gas and half of our groceries for October budgeted.
Mm-hmm.
All of our subscriptions are budgeted for.
Mm-hmm.
We have almost all of our bills with the exception of the bank fee and power, which we don't need to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
So the big things are going to be the OPD and the car loan. But that's $1,200. We don't have the $1,200 right now. We have $244 left. Do we want to put this into some sinking funds, or do we want to put it towards like the OPD or something?
Well, let's catch up that bank fee. It's only $35.
Okay.
And then...
Like we could put some into dining out because we know that's a weak spot for us. We're going to spend money on dining out, but maybe we could just do like $80 or $60 or something.
Yeah.
Or do you want to leave it? I know us. What we say we're not going to, but we're going to spend money. It's like I don't know. I would say variety is the spice of life, but realistically, we order the same 3 things when we go dining out. What I will do is I'm going to budget for the vehicle registration and the life insurance.
Okay.
Because those are regular bills that we're going to have to budget for. $156 left. How much do you want to put in dining out? Like $60?
$56.99.
Okay. And then this other $100, do we want to put that into one of these sinking funds? Like we could do one of like household or toiletries or something, or do you want to put it towards debt or...
$100?
Yeah.
Let's put it... are you okay putting that $100 back into startup? It won't bring us up to 500.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry, I forgot to cover that.
Oh no, whatever.
Overspending. Oh, we're
it's okay.
Over here. Yes, we can put that down here. So we're short by $53. I mean,
that's fine.
We could still.
Nah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's
we
good.
We could take it out to dining out.
It's good.
Or actually, maybe haircuts, because I'm not going to get my hair cut, and neither are you. Let's be real here. Neither of us have hair. It's fine. Okay, so we can just zero that out. Oh, okay. Plus, what is that, 666? No. There, 500 even.
Cool.
And then the other $1.18.
Throw it in clothing.
Okay. There we go. Every dollar has a job.
Excellent.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Mm-hmm.
What? Sorry, I'm
She's incredibly sleep deprived.
We stayed up way too late last night, not having the fun that you thought we were having.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Not that kind of fun. Get your heads out of the gutter.
I
Dad.
mean, it was kind of dirty. We were watching TikTok.
We were up until like 1 o'clock in the morning, which when you have a newborn that wakes up, she's not a newborn anymore.
Stupid life choice.
She wakes up at least once a day. Not that Cody has to get up. Just
Well,
me.
see, here's the thing. She has to get up more during the night. I have insomnia, like the kind that makes it really hard to fall asleep. So she was asleep by like 10 after 1. I saw 2 o'clock. And then we started our day around whatever.
7.
Yeah, 7. That's a time.
So I'm feeling pretty good still about our budget. We're feeling a little nervous because even though Cody's got work coming up, supposedly,
Yeah.
he hasn't actually had any solid information.
Yeah, I don't have flight details. I don't have like a hard start date or nothing like that.
And we know from experience
Yeah.
that he very well could just not wind up having work at all. So,
but also the company I work for is really bad for like sending me an email where it's like, hey, your plane leaves at 1 o'clock on Monday, and I'm like, it is currently 12:30 on Monday. I'm not going to be there.
yeah, it wouldn't literally. He's not over exaggerating. They've done that to us before.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, we're feeling fairly confident that he's got work, but again, we want to err on the side of safety, because we've done this before where we feel secure in that, you know, there's work coming up, and then we kind of budget our money
In the
elsewhere.
realm of budgeting, no one's ever been like, oh, if only I hadn't saved all that money.
Yeah, so I feel good about that. So we have $2,400 budgeted in future, so that's what's budgeted towards October. All of September is completely funded, including our debt snowball, which is very exciting. Should I make that debt snowball payment now? Would that feel good?
I mean,
Should we do that?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Go into Scotiabank.
Shit's getting real, guys. We're doing stuff.
To OPD from the debt snowball of $320. Clear, save. And then let's go and enter that payment in here. And that'll all be principal. Bam! So by the time our regular monthly payment goes through, we will be under $12,000 for
Boom.
this. Yay!
Outstanding.
How exciting, how exciting, how exciting.
Super exciting.
Feeling good about it. Okay, so I don't really have anything else to add.
Yeah, that's that.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
Yeah, but I can't remember what it is, so no.
Oh, I was going to...
We're doing things.
We're doing things. We're doing stuff and things. Because I never show this on camera, so I figured I would for a change. So this is going to our invest account. Even though I'm not actually making that transfer on my phone right now, but I will after this. So that means our invest account goes up to $984. Yay! So I've been keeping track of that and like our market gains in this account. So we gained like $3, $1.67, $2.
Nice.
You know, every little bit adds up. So cool. So there we go. I don't really have anything else to add. Do you?
No, I think that's good.
We just really enjoy doing these videos for you guys. I don't know.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. They've taken the place of our weekly couples meeting.
Yeah, we used to. Okay, fun fact. This is a little off topic, but Cody and I.
Marriage advice.
Yes, one of the reasons.
Important marriage advice.
Or at least I feel like one of the reasons why we have such a good, strong marriage is because of how well we communicate. And some people might think that's hard because Cody's gone a lot, and I don't just mean like gone for like a few days at a time or gone during the day for a job. I mean, he's gone for weeks at a time. This last stint he was gone for 2 months, and in that 2 months he got to come home for 2 days, and during that 2 days he was still on a night shift. So we still basically never saw each other.
Yeah, I saw her for like an hour in the morning, and then I saw her for like an hour before she went to bed.
So think about this. This has been our whole relationship together. The whole 6 years we've been together.
6.5.
6 and a bit years. Nobody's counting, right?
No.
That we've been together. Cody has always worked out of town. Very rarely has he ever gotten work where he's home. And granted, usually he's working 2 weeks out and then he's home for 2 weeks, which is great. But there's also a lot of times where he's gone for extended periods of time.
Yeah.
And especially now that we have a kid, like this last 2 months, Cody was gone.
Killed me.
working on night shift. Oh, please don't be waking up yet. That parent panic. Go to bed, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed.
Nap time is not about how tired the kid is. It's about how tired mom and dad are.
I think maybe we're good.
Yeah, we're fine.
I'll try to, yeah. So he was gone for these last 2 months on night shift, so we hardly got to talk at all because his days didn't match up with mine. And then when he was available, I'm tending to a baby, trying to get her down for naps, trying to feed her, trying to get her to stop crying. So we basically hardly talked at all.
Not a lot of quality conversation.
Yes. And he came home and it's like nothing changed, you know, like we're still...
Easy integration, still on the same page.
Yes. So how did we do that? I'm getting sidetracked here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. The budgeting portion of this video is over, and if you care to leave, you may do so, and it will not hurt our feelings.
Yeah,
but
we understand.
If you just want to know more about us, here's a little snippet. So we used to make time every single week where we would sit down. We would dedicate 1 hour every week to each other where we would go out for dinner. This is before we had a kid, obviously. It's a lot harder to do that now. But it was like our date night, except that for that hour over dinner, we would not touch our phones. We weren't doing anything else. We were just communicating with each other. And we would ask questions like, you know, what can I do this week to be a better wife or be a better husband? Is there anything that's bothering you, irritating you? Because we're two different people. At the end of the day, we're different. We have a lot of stuff in common.
Different expectations, different
100%.
philosophies, different ways of doing things.
Yeah. And Cody and I are lucky in that all like our big life morals and values, they line up. We're very aligned there.
Yeah, all the big things line up.
But we do still have a lot of differences. Not even like we have some very differing opinions in politics, which is something that people tend to fight about. We don't. But we also have differing opinions in like what makes us happy, what our love languages are, different things that annoy us, like something that really might annoy Cody, I wouldn't think twice about, and vice versa. And these are all the little things that can add up and lead to big fights if you're not communicating about it. So that's something we would do every week. And it was just a safe place to come sit down, level-headed, not snapping at each other. Not that we've ever had like a fight.
But that's why.
But that's why, is because we're always able to come to a safe place once a week and air out the laundry, so to speak. Like, you know, this has been bothering me lately. Like there was a time where Cody just straight up said, like, I feel like I do a lot around the house, and he does, don't get me wrong. Like, he does a lot, and part of it's just his nature and his tendency to just do things and not ask for help or not say when he's feeling overwhelmed. Like, Cody cooks, he cleans, he does laundry. Like, he is like the ideal husband. And he completely takes care of everything when he comes home. And I admittedly am a little more lazy. There's a lot of things that I don't necessarily care about.
She likes to let the things build up and then devote like a 12-hour Sunday to getting everything back into line.
Yeah.
And I like 10 minutes here, 5 minutes here, you know, put that away, do that real quick. And
so I think this was when... probably around 2016, you think? Like, when you were laid off work for almost 2 straight years. Almost. Like, he had some work in between there, but, like, it was really
little
hard.
bits here and there. We always paid the bills, but there was, like, zero stability or assurance.
And he was home a lot. So we kind of got to see these things in each other where we really started to differ and things that would drive us a little batty. And so he had just come out and said, like, listen, I really wish you would help a little more with these things. It makes me feel like I'm always doing everything. And, you know, it'd be nice if you would just cook dinner once a week. This makes me sound like such a bad wife. I'm not a bad wife.
You're the best wife, baby girl.
But I definitely have my areas to improve.
We all do. We're human.
Yes. But yeah. Anyways,
on to the advice portion.
Yes.
The big thing is, part of the reason we don't fight is, like, I trust her heart, she trusts my heart. If she does something that upsets me, I know for a fact that it's something she overlooks, something she didn't think about. It's not like she's sitting there going, ooh, he's gonna hate this, fuck that guy. Yeah,
we're never with malicious intent. Like,
and then as far, we all know that communication is key. We always hear that. How the fuck do you communicate? Like, how do you do it? It should just come naturally. If you really love each other, it'll flow. No. If you really love each other, you're gonna sit down, hash out something in your schedule, and say, this is when we can talk. And that's how we avoid our fights, because if we do something, she does something that upsets me, I do something that upsets her, she doesn't have to let it build up over time, I don't have to let it build up over time, and then just blow up when she's like coming at me with a knife for putting the toilet paper on the wrong way or something like that. It's just real easy on Sunday or whatever day you want to do. You can be like, hey babe, there's nothing wrong with putting the toilet paper on when it's empty. Yeah.
And another thing that we always do is we make sure that we're always respecting one another. We always talk to each other with respect. we are never putting each other down. Even if we're really frustrated about something, I would never like make a comment about Cody and like put him down and be like, well, you're being a bad husband, or you know, like anything like that.
I say I'm being a bad husband. She says she's being a bad wife. And we both yell at each other about that all the time.
And if we do ever feel like maybe we're being disrespected, we'll tell each other right away, right in the moment. Like there have been times where, like I'm really bad for this. We'll be going somewhere and Cody will drive a different route than I would normally drive. And I go, well, aren't you going to go this way? And Cody will kind of just be like, do you want to drive? And that's my little reminder of like, because when I make comments like that, it makes him feel disrespected. Like I can't trust him to get us from point A to point B, which of course is not the case.
I'm in my 30s. I've been driving for a long time. We've gone to this place a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like the way I'm going, I'll sit in the passenger seat. Like, I like to play on my phone when we go places, too.
Yeah, which is never... And like, that's not my intention to make him feel like that. That's not what's going through my head. In my mind, I'm just like, that's not the way I go, so why don't we go this way? But you always have to be careful with how you say things. And there have been very rare times, I can count the amount of times on one hand, I think there's been twice, where Cody has kind of like snapped at me a little, like just, and not even yelled or anything. It's just like a comment you made. I can't even remember what it was, but he was a little short with it. And I just stopped what I was doing, looked at him and said, I don't appreciate how you're talking to me right now. And that was the end of it. And like he, you know, he was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come across like that. I'm just feeling frustrated. And it wasn't even at me necessarily. It was just in general, he was frustrated.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. We've been told that if you're together long enough, you're just going to start hating each other and fighting all the time, and that's certainly something I've seen in people around me to an extent. But, like, I don't get mad or stressed or frustrated at Valerie. I'm just mad in general.
Yeah.
And just, like, she kind of gets taken up in the aura sometimes because, I don't know, excessive anger is one of my ways of coping with life.
Yeah. But this is turning into a rambly video. You guys came here for
Maybe
the
we'll
budget.
break it up into two.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You guys came for the budget advice, not the marital advice. But if you want to hear more about marital advice...
A strong marriage makes a strong budget.
There you go.
It's amazing how much easier your financial goals get if you're not constantly fighting for what you want with the psycho you're married to.
And oh my God, I could go on a whole other tangent on the importance of having combined finances as a married couple. But we're not going to get into that. Cody and I have a very strong...
Basically what it comes down to is if you don't trust your spouse to combine finances and you don't trust yourselves to talk about it, don't be fucking married.
Yeah. Your partnership.
Don't do it.
Your partnership, not roommates.
Yeah.
Partnership, marriage, partnership.
Yeah.
Not roommates. I don't know. It just drives me nuts. Anyway, this is getting to be a long video. So
anyway,
we're going to stop
now that we've been really divisive and lost all our subscribers, if you like it, like it. If you don't like it 3 times. Ring the bell. If you have an actual bell, ring that too, because everyone needs a little fun.
Subscribe if you're new.
Yeah, subscribe if you're new. We'd love to have you. We need to replace all the people who just unsubscribed, so welcome to the family.
We're a beautiful Canadian family of 3. You can't see the third one because she's...
Yeah.
I would say she's sleeping, but she's waking up.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you can see that in the camera, but...
Yeah. Don't know if you saw that, but she sleeps like her dad on her face.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't sleep just like her dad.
But when she does sleep, it's on her face.
Yes. Okay, we're going to wrap this up now.
Okay.
What is wrong with us? This is what not sleeping
So many
does.
things.
We need to just...
All of the things.
We need
We're
to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Bye.
Bye.